Providing quality education that meets 21st century standards is of top priority to the Lagos State Ministry of Education, led by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Idiat Adebule. Hence, to ensure best practices in our agencies and departments, a 3-day retreat on the review of the Lagos State education policy was organized with the theme, Expanding Access to Quality Education. In a welcome address, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Adebumi Adekonye, highlighted the importance of the event.
I have the pleasure to welcome you all to this retreat meant to review the Lagos State education policy to reflect the current developments in this sector, such that the projects, programs, and activities of the Ministry of Education and our agencies are seamlessly woven towards the realization of the education sector goals and the Lagos State government.
The Deputy Governor stated that the time had come to re-examine the policy on education in order to holistically address all issues of concerns relating to contemporary requirements.
Based on our experiences over the years, as well as expectations and focus for the future, the time has come for us to examine the policy again in order to holistically address all issues of concern relating to contemporary requirements. This is another great initiative which should form an integral part of the state education policy. There are other fragment policies that are in operation today which should also be integrated in the state education policy. Meanwhile, some of the progress being made in the education sector are partly a result of federal implementation of existing policies and orientation, disposition, and tenacity of managers of education at the period being considered.
One of the guest speakers, Professor Noah Olumuyiwa, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, Lagos State University, spoke on the topic Future and Sustainability of Quality Education in Lagos State, Planning for Tomorrow.
World demographic bodies are beginning to tell us that by the year 2042, we are going to be having an average of 300 million people in Lagos State. Yet, at the rate of 1/4, we have to provide for children who are coming into schools. Take 1/4 of 300,000, those who will go from the primary school in Beribe, going to LASU in Ojo, or through the trajectory. Some people must sit down, get the figures right, and do the planning, such that, like the Americans will say, we are not leaving any child behind. Leave no child untouched.
The second speaker at the event spoke on the future of science education. The guest speakers further spoke with Education Report on TV.
We need science education in Lagos and everywhere in the world because it is the bedrock for development. Science, as we are aware, is our understanding the world. So if we understand the world, we'll be able to develop the world. Technology has to do with applying science. So science and technology is the ingredient for propelling nations to development in all the sectors. Food security, education security, and all human security issues are hinged on development of science. So our Lagos State here, that is going to be in a little while the most populous city in the whole of the world, in a little while, will need science and technology to foster its development and prepare for such future world.
The purpose of the whole exercise is trying to know how effective and how efficacious the system of education in Lagos will be, like say 20 years up front. We want to see if what we have today will be enough for tomorrow, and how well can we work sustainably so that we don't mortgage the chances of tomorrow for today. And what the ministry is doing is in order effectively in terms of evaluation. We want to evaluate process, procedure, programs. Can they be of relevance in the next phase of the world?
Education is a bedrock for development, and with a review of the Lagos State policy on education, it is expected that issues that could hamper performance of stakeholders in the sector would be duly considered and resolved. With this, education in Lagos State will continually attain enviable heights.